Yeah, Courtney is with us this morning, and thank you for being with us so early. I know this has been on your mind from the minute this happened. I guess let's start from the beginning. Friday night, you get news of this. What conversations has happened since, and what's your reaction?
Absolutely. I think like everybody, I was shocked on Friday night when our port leadership gave me a call here at home to talk about what had occurred at Sea-Tac Airport. I'm really, first and foremost, have to thank our partners, Alaska Airlines, the air traffic controllers, the military. They showed exceptional professionalism and humanity with that tragedy on Friday night. We stayed in close contact throughout the weekend with our airline partners. Our port leadership set up central command at Sea-Tac International Airport and made sure that we were trying to get to the bottom of all the facts that had occurred. Alex, I'm proud of our team. There was about a 2-hour disruption for passengers, but as soon as we knew that security protocols had been followed at the airport and all was safe from an airport perspective, we got things up and running, and that's the credit of our team. Where we're going from here is we want to make sure we're starting a conversation about what happens next with all the facts at our disposal.
Let's talk about security right now at the airport. I spoke with a security expert who said that insider threats have been on the minds of aviation industry people for a long time. What steps has Sea-Tac taken prior to this?
Yeah, security is our number one priority for our passengers, our employees, our community residents. We have always met federal standards at Sea-Tac International Airport. About 18 months ago, we said we got to go above and beyond. And so we took steps to ensure that all employees receive physical screening before they meet the security area, before they access the security area at Sea-Tac. What do I mean by that? Those are people who are badged. They've been subject to a background check. But just like you going to board a plane are going to go through a physical screening. We're one of the only airports in North America to use that voluntary procedure. And we did it because we wanted to go one step beyond.
So for people who are wondering this morning what happens next, what conversations are going to happen starting today with security in mind?
Yeah, so we still need more facts. And I think you know that. We will be watching all the tapes. We will be listening to all of the communications that occurred. But we want to start the conversation early. We expect a national conversation at the federal level, but this is about bringing together the experts on the ground and saying, what voluntary steps can we take? Those meetings are getting underway today. Those are private conversations, Alex, obviously, to make sure that the experts are having those hard conversations. What else could we do to go above and beyond? Because we met all protocols here. How do we make sure that folks feel safe? Personally, Alex, I'm going to go drop off my husband and my girls. They're about to get on a Q400 this morning. So I am always thinking, first and foremost, how do we take this next step from safety and security perspective?
Courtney Gregoire, Port Commissioner, joining us this morning. Thank you so much for being with us. Guys, we'll send it back to you.